Hey, welcome to the gun movement. Now, you would think every pro-rights organization in the gun community is a movement, but it's not. We call ourselves this because it's a growing, moving entity of like-minded people that didn't know there were others just like them. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Not anymore anyway. If you choose to be part of our community, our goal is to help you to become a better citizen, to be armed with knowledge, and to be able to make more informed decisions about firearms and self-defense, the law, and personal responsibility. There's a lot of groups out here, and I want to make sure that your group gets found. There are a lot of people fighting for your attention. Some declare that all guns are bad, and as unreal as that seems, people still believe it. Guns are mechanical devices. One is not worse than the other. They are not living things. Guns cannot do anything without manipulation from human hands. They don't ward off evil, despite what people think. They are not a good luck charm. They are just very simple machines used for whatever you want them to be used for. Unless you grew up in a household that taught you the proper use and handling of firearms, you can't get it by osmosis or through a Google search, despite what you think. And there are just as many false answers about this stuff as there is the truth. There are people that perpetuate lies, myths, and false statistics to justify their fears and political agendas when it comes to firearms. The gun issue is very personal, it's very political, and it always has been. When it wasn't guns, it was gunpowder. When it wasn't gunpowder, it was iron and steel. It's always been about power. Gun control is really about controlling who has the gun. Now, it's my mission to take my 20 plus years of gun rights advocacy, influence, and experience, knowledge, and to help you gain what you need. I want to help your club avoid the pitfalls that are out there. I want to help promote your gun-related videos and businesses to amplify your voice, your video, and your media. It's just that simple. This will become eventually a membership organization, and I have to do that for a couple of reasons. One is to stay solvent, because you can't do much in this world without money. And right now, the fact that you're even checking out this video is historic. You know, 250 years ago, you would be, by law, if you were a person of color, not considered human, almost. You are not allowed to read. And you could be maimed or killed for even having a gun. And there's a cultural and social legacy that's been instituted and made your grandmother fear that you would be lynched for having a gun. So she's been one of the main proponents from keeping that knowledge from us. This is still passed down today through television, through the tears of mothers who have lost their children. 100 years ago, laws were passed to keep even Italian immigrants in New York from possessing types of weapons. The premise was to stop crime. What the Sullivan Act basically dictated was that a U.S. citizen is required to ask the government for permission before they are allowed to exercise their rights. The laws forbidding the descendants of institutionalized slavery from owning firearms were never rescinded. We have history, and I want to share it with you. We have survived only by the grace of God and with the help of men and women that did the right thing, sometimes when it was illegal to do so. In the past 26 years, we have went from a country in which it was illegal to carry a gun in 15 states to being able to allow to carry in 49, and with only 8 states who could arbitrarily deny you your rights. There are even 4 states which allow their citizens to carry freely without any need to seek permission from the government. But these are usually not in areas where there are large concentrations of people of color. Gun control is still racist. I have been involved in some landmark cases, and behind the scenes I know some principal players in this community. I know egos, pride, and caution will keep some away from joining us. I have learned to accept it. I've been trying to help my community for a long time, and they didn't want it. But I'm trying it again now, and getting help from friends that know what the deal is. In the past 20 years, I have met some fantastic people. I know people that want to make a difference. I know people that are pretty close to the abolitionists of 200 years ago in their hearts and minds. And I've met people that have their own agendas still and like the way it is. I'm just trying to pass on what works and what doesn't for you and the next generation. My name is Reverend Ken Blanchard, and welcome to the Gun Movement.